Peace and blessings to the chosen. Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the I can push in his truth, sincerity, and charity. Risking their lives and freedom to do so. I'm the brother Yalad, and I'm doing somewhat of a response on the movie of Kraven The Hunter. Because there was maybe 2 or 3 things that stood out to me the most. And I want to start off with that poaching demon, right? And it didn't really give me the kind of definition I wanted from etymology, but it says one who poaches game, one who intrudes on the preserves of another for the purpose of killing game unlawfully. And that's somewhat of a definition that I may want. But generally, when they did that in that movie, it just reminded me of this. And that spirit is a greedy and a prideful spirit. And I'll explain why. Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus 10:7, pride is hateful before God and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. Okay? And that's it's a prideful thing because they want trophies, but it's a thing of greed because they want to sell the horns for ivory. You see? Now, the picture I showed you, what they did was just straight hateful. They killed just beyond hordes of buffalo in this history. This is history, right? And they stacked all these skulls up. These devils, they did that to try to starve out Jake, right? The Native Americans that were in the land here in was modern day USA. They did this as a form of warfare to starve them out because Jake knew that you could use everything off the buffalo or whatever, it may have been the bison or whatever, but this creature, you can use everything for it. It was clean to eat, lawful meat, and also clean to wear as clothing, right? And you could use every single part of the buffalo, every single part. And the parts that you wouldn't eat, you would feed to your dog or your whatever kind of animals you herded, right? And you also could use it to catch game as well, as far as fishing, maybe, right? But nevertheless, everything was useful on that beast. But they did that out of spite and evil to try to starve him out from resources. But yet they took the picture, and this is in the history books because they're prideful. Yeah, they look at it as a trophy, and that's a thing that they have a shame for that, right? But also, these poachers, they have greed. So 1 Timothy 6:10, it says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, for which some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." So the love of money is the root of all evil. So now you're demolishing entire ecosystems. You're destroying nature completely. And that spirit, those kind of people have to be destroyed. Revelation 11:18 says, "Nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the judgment and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth." People like that have to be destroyed because you're ruining ecosystems. When you destroy too many of one specific creature, its prey and its predator is forced out of its natural state, and that has treacherous consequences. All right, but that was my main point on this movie. I want to really go on. This is a good movie. Definitely recommend watching. Another thing I want to touch on was the medicines out the earth. Sirach 38:4. It says, "The Lord had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them." And there is attributed to that one scene um, where he was revived by a particular herb, but still he kept many herbs, um, dwelling out in the midst of the I don't want to say the wild, but he had his base. He had his home where he had natural things and remedies and whatnot. And then it's a wise thing to behoove you to look into medicines and collect the roots and the things of this earth, the herbs and the things of this the dirt that come forth out of the ground, because they have some very surprising healing attributes, right? But yeah, and granted, now this is another reason why you have these people that abuse nature, that poach, because they also are they greedy and they want these things to basically use as drugs, pharmaceuticals, to either addict people or just sell to make profit off of. And once again, those people are destroying natural systems. They're destroying uh, the human body when they pervert the natural medicines and turn into pharmaceuticals. And that pharmacology, when you go into the pharmakia, even in the blue letter, it I don't know if I can necessarily find it, but it goes into like witchcraft. But let me see if I can find pharmakia, cause let me see, cause I can't recall where it was in the blue letter, but it definitely was. Huh. But no, I might put that in the descriptions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Just bear with me a moment. What was it? I can't remember, but it was somewhere in the blue letter, and Lord willing, I'll put it in the descriptions. But it goes into the pharmakia. But yeah, nah, that's the other main point I wanted to go in about this movie. It was a good film, and yeah, uh, yeah, man. Nature gonna get nature also nature is worth being studied. I'll just say that. Yeah, no, I'll leave it at that note. Mm-hmm. Lord willing, this video was edifying. I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.